this episode of Coffee Talk, I want to give a rest in peace shout out to Takeoff of the Migos. He died in a tragic and senseless act of violence not too long ago. I'm going to do something a little different this week. I'm going to freestyle something. It's just something I've been thinking about. It's about contrarianism, if that's even a word, about people being contrary. I think to a certain degree we live in an era of anti-intellectualism, and I think that people think just because you're going against something that people accept as common knowledge that it somehow makes you a genius or intelligent. And this occurs a lot with celebrities. It occurs a lot with regular people too. But I think that because of celebrities doing it is what encourages everyone else, because celebrities have so much sway and influence on the people. So what I mean by contrarianism is anything basic, common knowledge facts that we've all, had with us since we were a child. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some historic things that have been, people have been misled, but I think pushing it to the level of basic average things in life. There are some people that think if they go against what everyone else accepts as common knowledge, I mean on a basic level, I don't mean historical, like, I don't know, the whole flat earth thing, that's an example, but there are mountains of evidence to the contrary of that. But it's like somebody watches a couple YouTube videos and just pushing against what is the accepted rule or common knowledge. They think that makes them a genius or like some kind of rebel or a leader. But now don't get me wrong, you do have to push against the status quo to be a leader or a rebel. But not everyone is meant to do that, and you do have to have a certain level of information and education in order to be qualified to speak on certain topics. There's when you start a job, you don't start off as the boss. You start off at an entry level position. You work your way up. You got to crawl before you ball, some people say. So a lot of people start off at the starting line and they already think they're a scholar. So I don't know, I've just been noticing that a lot online, and it's kind of crazy the direction that we're taking. There have always been groups of people or certain people that think that they know more, they got it figured out more than everyone else. But just bear in mind that there's a certain level of labor of study that comes along with that, and it's not a YouTube video. There are a lot of details that got to be researched and information that has to be weighed against other information before you present your arguments. The way the internet is now, it's just a free-for-all of information, and any person can make up anything, and they're going to find a group of people that can fall in line and believe in that, depending on how charismatic that person is, maybe not so much how much information they have. Well, that's all I got for you this week. Just bear in mind when you run into these people, it's not always about arguments, because sometimes you can't win arguments with people that think they already got everything figured out. So the best way I think to approach it would be, if you want to start the debate, just make sure you have information and facts to back it up. And after somebody gets shut down a few times with, factual information, sometimes they might back down. Otherwise, you might just have to let it go and chalk it up as a loss. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and you can also respond in the comments section of the YouTube video.